Hello, this is going to be the most chaotic introduction to a Stay Away event vlog that you have ever seen because we have a very busy 2 hours ahead of us. In the next 2 hours, Atty will be ready to trot up. He will trot up. I'm going to host a Q&A in the fan zone and I've got a dressage test to do. So we've got a lot to squeeze in, but luckily I've got the dream team with me. Dan's just arrived, late, but he's here, so we're grateful. And Mum is just finishing off the plats. And I've done Atty's studs, and I'm gonna get ready in all of my trot up gear very, very shortly. And then at some point we'll actually talk about what it is I'm doing here, because so far all you know is it's a Stay Away show event vlog, and we're busy. First quick change of the day complete, and we are about to go and trot up. Let's go. Let's go. Waiting their turn for the trot up. Every second to go.
And the next horse to run will be Auburn Dun, ridden by Flo Carter from the South Oxfordshire Hunt. Auburn Dun is accepted.
Just back from trot up, and we've now got 25 minutes until the Q&A starts on the other end of sight. So we've got a little bit of walking to do. Yeah, getting underway with an interview shortly. And that's all I got to say on that. Right, hello everybody and welcome to the Horse Quest fan zone here at the JCB Pony Club Championships. I'm really excited to be bringing you an interview with India Mills. We're going to be talking all about her international dressage career. Now if you don't know, India has represented Great Britain in dressage. She's been on junior teams, she's been on young rider teams. You're not going to be able to hear me over the wind, but we've just done the interview. I've got 25 minutes till I need to be on Atty, so we are legging it. Can everyone leave a comment saying how much they appreciate Dan, because Mum doesn't want me to wipe Atty's bum in her shirt, because I'm wearing her shirt. I don't think I've said that on the vlog. So Dan's doing it. Aww, not all heroes wear capes. Great boyfriend. Put some elbow grease into it. I'm joking, I would never tell you. Last minute looking at my dressage test, and then we're gonna go and do it.
It's about to say POV, you are Flo's dressage test, as she's having one last look.
Haha, not. Is it showtime? Yes, let's do this. He does. Okay, it's time for a dressage test voiceover. I haven't watched this back in its entirety since it happened, which at the time of recording is over a week ago now, so I'm kind of excited to watch it with fresh eyes and see if it rides how I remember it rode. I also have the judges' comments from not one, but two judges, because we have two at the Chairman's Cup Championships, so it'll be interesting to see what they thought as well. This test is not the easiest. It's also used at the Open Pony Club Eventing Championships, so it's about 2-star level, which wouldn't necessarily suit Atty and I, having dressage being, pretty difficult phase. But I was pleased with how we started. We got a 7.5 from one judge and a 7 for the other for my centre line. Centre lines are somewhere that I used to throw away marks, and it would frustrate me so much because you do 2 in every test at least, and so it would annoy me that I would kind of get 6.5s or whatever. So it's been good this season they've gone up. Then we did a 15-metre circle and mediums. Our mediums got 6.5 from both judges. One said there was too much speed and the other said keep more balance, but do you know what? I was pleased with how they looked, in the sense that there was a clear difference shown, which once upon a time was a real sticking point for us. So yeah, they still need work, but I think they're coming on, and he's really getting the hang of this dressage stuff. One thing that I think is interesting to note about this test is it could have been executed in sitting or rising, and if you've gone sitting, I think you're allowed to wear tails. I'm going to stop that tangent because those were his medium canters that I was really pleased with. I remember being really pleased with. What did I get from the judges? I actually got 2 6.5, saying that he needs to open his steps and they need to be longer, and that I need to show a clearer return. That's annoying because that is a ride error, but we got a 7 from both judges for the 20-metre circle with the give and retake, and then we got 2 more 7s for our change of rein into the counter-canter. And so far at this stage, I'd say I'm actually quite pleased by the overall image. I'm not saying it's kind of knock it out the park amazing, but I think we look comfortable at this level, where at times before we haven't previously. Now we're back in the trot, which means we are repeating some of the movements from the start of the test. So this 15-metre circle scored a 6.5 from the judge at B, but a 7 from the judge at E. And then I believe I got 2 more 6.5s for my mediums, so I need to keep improving on them, but at least I'm not hugely throwing away marks. Once upon a time our mediums were like 6s, and that really drags everything down, whereas actually between both judges the scores are pretty consistently 6.5s and 7s, which is going to start to give you a clue as to where the mark ends up. It's all very, very consistently in that region. And then we are back up into canter again. I got a 6.5 from one judge, that transition, and a 7 from the other, and then similar marks again for the medium canters, which is a shame because I was really, really pleased with them. I'm pretty sure you'll hear me talk about it later and say I was so happy with them, but I need to really watch that in more detail and understand what it was that the judges didn't love about that. But I got another 7 for this movement, the 20-metre circle with the give and retakes. I always think this is a place where effective riding can really help you out if you really exaggerate your give and retakes and you really show that you're going to do it and you trust your horse to do it. It's a great place, even if you haven't got the most flashy horse, to just pick up a mark. And now we're coming across the schooling counter again, which we got more 7s for. And then the judges had a little bit of a disagreement of opinion here at the halt. One gave me a 6.5 and one gave me a 5, and I know that I would say it wasn't great because we took a little step back, but it could have been worse. I started practicing the halts in the warm-up, and for whatever reason on this particular day it was halt, step back, and I thought, oh, we're going to go in there and he's going to halt, step back, and there's nothing I can do about it, and I don't want to make it worse, so I just had to sort of ride what I was sat on and make a halt, step back. Now we're into the walk work. The free rein long walk got 2 6.5s, saying that he needed more step and more of an open frame, and the other judge agreed, saying he needs to show more freedom and reach. So very similar points. That is absolutely fair. It's a fine line, isn't it, between keeping them moving forward but them not jogging, especially when they're in a show environment. And then our transition to trot, which we haven't done yet. I don't think we did it till A. Got 2 7s, so that's nice, and we were really in the closing stages of this test now. We're about to start doing a little bit of a stretchy trot that doesn't come up very often, and I got a 7 from one judge and 6.5 by the other. He said it was spoilt by the overbent, which is funny because I actually did not feel that at all. I just felt him kind of lengthening and stretching out, but it's very clearly there, which is why it's so good to watch back these tests and just really recap and review, because if I just read that comment I would have been like, what does she mean? But now I get what she means. And then a 6.5 from one judge for the halt and a 6 for the other, saying he lost balance. But on the whole, not too shabby. The halts, for some reason, he's just, every time he halts now, he takes a step back. Like he did there, I've been trying to get rid of that. But
as he comes of age, he can now do dressage.
yeah. That was alright, wasn't it?
That's partial.
Okay, dressage done, and we're going to have an interactive debrief, so I want audience participation, please. I would say I'm kind of happy with the test. I didn't love it. I thought there were some good bits. His medium canters, I really hope they get good marks. I thought he felt like he responded so completely. I thought it was the typical, he was going really nice around the outside, and then I just felt like when we first started, the contact changed a little bit and his head was a little bit wobbly, but like I said, I haven't seen it. I thought it was lots better than the West Wilts test. Until I've seen it, I feel like I don't know what to say. And also, you won't have got this on the vlog, but we finished the dressage test and then we've basically done a stop chatting to people. So I actually did dressage now like almost half an hour ago, and I feel like I can't remember my test at all. So I'm going to just go and say I think it's going to be a score in the region of 35. I'd love it to be below 34 because that's what we got last year, but I don't think it was better than his test last year, personally. Who would like to go next? Dan?
It's going to be a 32, that one. After seeing it, it's got to be a 32. I'd accept nothing higher than 32. I think we should complain to the judges if it's higher.
And Vix?
I think it will be between the two scores. Right, we have an update. Everyone is just sitting, enjoying themselves. We have dressage scores in, and I can say, really it was a two-way competition because someone doesn't play the game properly. They pick a whole range of scores and then say that they've won. But I can say on this occasion, I was not the winner. How do you feel? How does it feel to be a winner? What's Dan?
I'm enjoying my chips.
Because Dan said 32. Okay. And I said 35, and you said somewhere between the two, which is technically correct.
2.5.
That's on camera. That's on camera. It'd be 33.5, wouldn't it?
Oh my god!
It would be.
Nasty,
It would be. But so halfway between
It is 33.
Anyway, it's 32.8. So Dan was the closest. And I'm happy with that. I'll take that. It's a bit early days in my section to see where that actually is score-wise, but a win's a win. Hello, we rejoin you maybe an hour or so later. It's now just after 4:30, and we're gonna go and have our first look at the cross country. I realise I still haven't really spoken to you about what we're actually here doing, but it's the Chairman's Cup, which is the same class as last year. I will talk more about it, but what you need to know is that it's between a sort of 1-star and 2-star. You're just gonna keep nattering in the background. I'm gonna run ahead. It's sort of between a 1-star and a 2-star. I put the dressage test that we did today about 2-star. The show jumping, which is on the final day this year, is 1m10, and the cross country tomorrow is 105, but very, very technical if it's anything like last year. So we're just heading down to have our first look. I don't go cross country until pretty late tomorrow, so I'll walk it again in the morning. But I want to take you with me. Let's look together, and let's hope you can hear any of this over the wind. Behind the scenes of filming a TikTok with someone who's not very good at TikTok. Are you losing the wheel, Dan, or are you still here?
I'm just about still here.
Okay, so I feel like this is the first big question on course. I feel like we've done all the prep at Atiana. You can't really do anything differently. You've just got to hope that they read the question. There'll be some horses that just have an annoying 20 here just because they, don't read it first time, which is understandable. It's very upset. This is us at the end of a course walk. We are all very wet, but done! Very bedraggled. One fence to go and we all want to go home. Yay!
Yay! Nice hot shower coming.
Good morning! Welcome to day 2 of the Pony Club Championships, and you may notice we're in a car, and that is because after we got really wet walking the course yesterday, Dan and I, well, we kind of didn't really commit to the camping bit. He actually only lives about 15-20 minutes away from where Pony Club Champs is held, so we ended up going back to his for a shower, and then we ended up staying in the bed so we didn't have to stay in lorry horrible beds essentially. So we've not done a good job at the camping, but it is what it is. We are now en route back to off church. It's about 7 o'clock and we're going to go and see Atty and then walk the course again because today is a big day. Today is cross country day. So I want to go and walk some of my lines again and really just get my brain in gear. I don't feel like I've removed myself from the reality of the fact that I am jumping that course today. So we'll catch up later. The lighting isn't great here, but I thought I would update you as to where we've been. And I also haven't really shown you Atty's stable, which we did get him into after we walked the course, so I'll make sure that we vlog a bit down there and you can see how he is. So Atty's had a nice long hang graze and also a walk around because it's balancing a fine line because we're not on cross country until almost 4 o'clock this afternoon, but also I don't want to take him for a ride and kind of like lose some of his spark, his energy. I want him to come out really fresh because that's how he jumps best. So we've just taken him for a nice long walk, hang graze. He unfortunately managed to get quite dirty last night, so I next job is to give him a little clean up. But then we're going to go and have some breakfast and walk the course again because I don't think I've said anywhere, but cross country day today, obviously you've seen the course, it's big and technical. I am second to go in my class, even though I don't go till later. Our class starts really late. It's quite a big long class, there's like 70 of us in it. And in a track like this, being second is not where I would want to be. I would want to be a lot later on because I'd love to know how things are jumping. There's a few striding decisions that I'd like to see how other people ride it first and the time or things like that. Like, there's some questions and I want to know how other people find them, but I'm not going to have that luxury, so we're going to have to really commit and have a game plan before we go in, walk the course. And I guess in some ways that's a good thing. I'm not going to be distracted by whatever happens to other people. I am going to have to make a game plan and stick to it. But yeah, being second isn't where I want to be. Luckily I know that he's awesome cross country, so fingers crossed it will be okay. We're going to get him bathed up and go and walk the course and really commit to some of those decisions. The 90s are out jumping and we're doing the minute markers. Really, I should have thought it through and done it last night, but I was hoping they were going to post the official ones because I am not very good at walking the course accurately, which I don't know what it says about me. But so we're having to juggle doing the minute markers with everyone riding the 90s in the course. It's proving rather stressful, but in the 90, one of the combinations causing a lot of issues is fence 9, so we've just come to rewalk our line of fence 9. Just respect the terrain, it drops away quite quickly, but I think it should be the kind of fence that Atty and his manoeuvrability and control makes it not too difficult for us. It is 11:30 and we've done 12,000 steps today. And it suddenly got warmer. So we are both having a well-deserved drink and a break. Yeah, there's not much else to say than that. You got anything to add?
It's very warm.
Yeah.
And there's someone at the door.
Oh, someone's turned up. I just said on the vlog it's 11:30, so everyone's gonna know. Where's she gone? Slacking. Is she coming around the side? What time do you call this?
Oh, a busy morning.
Yes, we were just telling the vlog. 12,000 steps we've done so far today.
Well done.
So we're just having a well-earned break before
You're
Dan
going to feel less
passes away.
You're going to feel less of a heap at the end of the day today than you did.
No,
yesterday.
more of a heap.
Dan already feels
Do you
more
walk
of
the
a...
XC?
Yes. Yes.
Have you got a plan for your tricky combos?
Sort of. Alright, that's all for now. See ya.
It's all getting a bit much for Dan. It's only the start of the second day.
The hour is approaching. We're going to go and check on Atty, and then I think we're going to go have some lunch whilst I can still eat, and then it will be very soon starting to think about getting him ready for cross country. It's a little bit scary.
And you've just added something to the end of your day.
Yes, to our long day, yes. Sounds like I might be doing a coursework later today for some of the classes that are yet to run tomorrow, which is B90 and B100. I don't think I was the first choice. I think possibly some people dropped out, but it will be really great fun. And hopefully I'll have some valuable insights having ridden around the track already, hopefully. Hello from the floor of Atty's stable. I have just done his studs. Mum and Dan have very kindly gone to get things like his saddle. I'm gonna come back and then I will help tuck him up and then I'll be ready to get my stuff on. So it's all come around very quickly, even though it's like literally 2 o'clock. Time is flying and I'm getting nervous. This little pre-cross-country bribe for Atty. Oh no! Is that yummy?
That's a little bribe, Atty.
We have literally just found out that there's about a half an hour delay on the course because the 90 is going on at the moment and the clear rate is 46% currently, which is low. I mean, we like a good tough course, but I think that speaks volumes to how difficult the challenge that we're about to face is.
When I'm with you, I'm holier than Jesus. Religious freedom, paid leave to get on my knees and pray to you if you're cool with cosplaying teacher. I don't mean to come across facetious, but it's all a joke to me and it should be to all of these. Sometimes I think it's the only way to stay decent. When the wind blowing that way, we ought to raise the breezes. I will carve it in and I'll make you feel like you're on the cloud and you can't sit still when we're on the floor when I'm on the floor.
Oh, Sasha. It was only you I was
Small crowd gathering at fence 14, hopefully, which is more of a rider frightener than an actual frightener. But this is the one with the big, the drop with the ground line and the big brush. So I shall be filming Flo there, hopefully in a little while.
So it's only 150, it could have been 180. But so again, if you do ground line there, it's visually.
Just be careful saying things like this.
Okay, you get a little bit of a voiceover explanation here because, as you all know, Atty is usually super well behaved. He goes round cross country in a snaffle with literally no martingale. He's so chill. But last year at Champs, he got a little bit excited in the start box and you're about to get a sense of deja vu. Now, I thought this was because Star was around last year, that boys were both quite excited. However, this year we also had a really long hold on course, like at last year's Champs. So Atty was down there watching all the cross-country action for like over half an hour before he even started warming up, absorbing it all, taking it all in, and he loves his job. You can see, I think in a second, he's about to do an excited paw, and I was just thinking, great, I'm so glad to be on a horse that's so excited to get cracking and get going, and I wasn't really thinking much of it until in a second I went to put on my leg because the starter said, I think, 5 seconds, and he responded by spinning around, and I was like, oh no, uh-oh, we're not going to get in the start box, it's all going to go wrong again. And they actually increased the speed of the Chairman's Cup for this year. You now have to be going at 1-star speed, so last year I managed to make up quite a lot of time because Atty's used to going at novice speed, but this year I knew that was going to be harder. The starter had started us. I had forgot to start my watch, so I didn't actually know how late I was sort of running, and luckily a very lovely girl, Phoebe from my pony club, just said, come on Atty, let's go in, and he was like, oh, you just wanted me to get going? Fine. But yeah, we had a rather interesting start to the round, and I had a little panic because I had absolutely no idea how inaccurate my watch was.
And then just jump out into space to the flower box. All on the downhill. And we're joined now by Flo Carter. Flo did some interesting Spanish riding school manoeuvres, I'd say, at the start. So if you'll pop into our view,
All finished, very happy, clear, and inside the time we had a very similar episode to last year. I don't know what it is about this menu, with him not wanting to go in the start box. And this time I didn't start my watch when the starter said go, so I was kind of guessing what time I was actually trying to get around him. But he was a really good boy after he left the start box.
There we go.
There's actually two. Walking back, look how lucky am I to have such a good helper and such a good pony once we're at the start box. I'm sure we'll do a full debrief later, but he has just been absolutely mega. I'm so lucky to have him. And now it's all about walking him, keeping him happy so that we jump well tomorrow. And of course, I've got a course walk to do in an hour because that will run so late that my plenty of time to do a course walk has not paid off, but at least now I feel a tiny bit more qualified to give my opinion on what will be a very similar track. Right, it's all been very manic, so I still don't have time for a proper debrief, but we are going on our next little adventure. I'm running a little bit late, so we're gonna speed up. This is a question today that if you look at the stats, surprised me that it did cause us problems. So respect this, don't take it for granted, because this is down to you giving them the first positive experience of a combination course that gives you a lot that you can take away. So let's walk the 100 first, and then we'll go and do the 90. 8, 9, 10, 11. In my opinion, that's kind, because they're making it a shorter too, so that fence is here, the pony knows what to do. They're not putting it another metre that way where the pony's like, I can't stretch, I can't do it. It's come down the right hand side, give them time to see a little flex of the inside rein so that they can see there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you've got to be, as a rider, this for me is testing your reactivity. Everything is testing slightly different things. This is testing your ability to react. Because some horses might get here and chip in. It's a really clever way of saying, yeah, this is a big fence, but actually what they're jumping is not, I won't get in a ditch, it's probably not helpful, but it's not from there and up. They are jumping from here, and if this was a table, that's fine. That's fine. So you need to ride this forwardly. You're the only one that knows the ditch there until the last minute. Also, the fence, the why I think the fence is so good is because you're not giving them the opportunity to dribble into a stop. It's actually at this point almost harder for them to stop because you've got momentum. You've got one stride or two strides. That's your plan B, and I think it's really important to have plan Bs because at this late stage, tired ponies, legs. But I'll be jumping in the middle. Have a go. One. Don't be tempted to jump it here because it's really skinny. Because what you're saying is, oh, you can go here if you want. Jump it more here. One, you're on a better line to get home. But two, they can then go there if they need. Jump something offset in the warm up. That's mine. Everyone do that. Cool. If you have any individual questions, you're welcome to have a chat. But other than that, that's all right. Thank you so much. But it is almost 9:30, if you can see that. You probably can't. We're just doing final checks. We took Atty for another leg stretch just to make sure he's feeling his best tomorrow. And we're going to bed. I still haven't talked fully about results, it's all been crazy. But we will do that when there's better light. For now, it's good night. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Good morning, Atty. Good morning, Vix. It's time for the final day. Morning, final day. How are we feeling?
Good.
I'm allowed a coffee now after an hour or so's work, so hopefully feeling good soon.
We've walked the course, haven't we? And now we're just sitting down for some breakfast. Breakfast hall. Tesco's finest pan shoppers. What have you got?
It's an apricot croissant.
Final day. We have walked Atty and then we walked the course, and he's all happy with his hay. We're now having a quick spot of breakfast. The class starts at 10 o'clock, so everything's going to come around quite early. I don't think I said yesterday with everything going on, but I actually did manage to sneak inside the top 10 after his amazing performance yesterday, which we still haven't fully debriefed on, but we're coming into final day just on the top 10. It's all very close, sort of bunched up together. One pole will rocket you way down the standings, and I have no expectations really. I'm here to enjoy it. So we shall see. The show jumping, it looks like, I'm wondering if time's going to be a factor, which it often wouldn't be in event show jumping, but the way it's walked, if they wheeled it tight, it could be. The bonus we have is that there's going to be like 50 plus people going before us, so we can really understand whether the time is a factor and ride accordingly. So that's great. And there's lots of people coming to support today, which is really, really nice. So that's going to be good.
Some behind the scenes of Flo ordering Vix to do all the plaiting.
10:10, go to the lorry and get changed by 10.
So it's at about around 10 down, which we will be,
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll go and crack on with the plaiting.
Oh, I'm just getting it,
Put your feet up.
So I'm doing a social experiment. I'm going to sit down and see how long it takes Flo to put me to work. Okay. Alright, cheers. Hi Flo. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
We're good.
We?
Well, I'm sat here with everybody watching the vlog. It's a bit of a point of view.
Watching the vlog.
Hi everyone watching the vlog, yeah. It's a lovely sunny day here. I hope you're all as warm as I am. Well, maybe not quite that warm, I'm too warm. So I might actually take my jumper off at some point. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a boring chat with them, to be honest. Yeah. It's the first time she's carried her own stuff all weekend. Whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna head down to the stables. I'll see you later.
You heard me, didn't you?
Atty has adopted an interesting position for plaiting. One might say he's trying to be helpful.
It's a bit too low.
One might say he just wants a nap. Dan is going to give Atty a pep talk whilst I go and get ready. Atty's looking raring to go. Not quite. It is very, very nearly go time. I'm just going to head over and pop on. I can see from the scores that the first sort of half a dozen to go. I don't think there's been any clears. There's been a lot of 2 poles, 3 poles, so it looks like it's going to be an influential track. There's definitely an atmosphere and an energy when you show jump on the last day and you show jump in reverse order that's very unique. There's sort of like buzziness, but also this tension, because the lovely thing about it is like everyone has a chance, everyone has a possibility of doing well when these tracks are influential, and I'm sure a lot of people are very aware of that, so it's like keeping that under control. But I think I'm at peace with the fact that he's been amazing so far this week. Whatever happens, happens.
Here they go, heading down to show jumping.
For now, to retain your top 10 placing, Those who've been considered watch themselves go up the leaderboard. Those who are coming in can fastly go down. Now then, we have Flo Carter for the South Oxfordshire Hunt South, currently on a score of 32.8, riding Auburn Dunn.
Hill and over those particular houses and seven go imagination Steading up towards the finish now, is our dear browsing for the grove.
Hairy start.
Double clear in terms of jumping.
Holds there for Flo. So now on to a score of 36.8 now. Down a few places. So we're just running a little bit ahead of time now.
Us for the eventing championships here at Off Churchbury, and a huge thank you to Lloyd Hunter's team for the whole site and the experience you all had. And in 10th place for the South Oxfordshire Hunt South, Flo Carter. In 9th place for the Croom Branch, Lydia Cooper.
Spot of lunch post-competition.
Flo is about to tell us what the highlight of her weekend is.
I think my highlight was probably the cross country yesterday or the course walk in the evening yesterday. They were both very fun. And definitely highlights.
Now on to Vix. What was the highlight of your weekend?
I was going to say this is not making it.
A night on my own in the lorry, I think.
Oh, the Prosecco.
Was it Prosecco? Yeah. Not having to do jobs for Flo for half an hour. Yeah.
Jack.
Oh, cool.
What was the highlight of your day?
Well, I mean, breakfast was pretty good. But show jumping was fantastic.
It wasn't even.
Yes, it was.
Right, let's go. What was the highlight of your weekend?
The highlight of my weekend.
Why are you speaking like that? Primary school.
The highlight of my weekend.
That's no different to what you just said the first time.
Okay, well, the highlight of my weekend was when Flo came back clear inside the time cross country.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah.
Oh, you trained too much for this.
We are saying bye-bye champs. We actually have to come back and skip out of stable. For now, horse, pony and a lot of the last of the stable stuff is heading back to the lorry. And we will chat shortly about today. Here we are, all packed up, ready to go. It's the end. And here we have an impatient Atty who said, I've been here 3 days, I want to go home. And home we shall. I shall. Out of the 4 of us, I don't know who's more tired. Me, Mum, Dan or Atty. I think we're all there.
I think whoever's car that is there as well. Keeps going off.
It's the last day of a 7-day long show for some people. On your pop, home time. Guys, we're all absolutely exhausted and my SD card says I have 3 minutes of footage left available, so let's wrap up really quickly. We've done the stay away shows that are a day or 2 longer than the Pony Club Championships, and yet this has just wiped us all out. Myself, Mum, Dan. I think Atty is very much included in there, so we'll go over here. Let's just talk about today, because Atty has been amazing all week. His dressage I thought was much improved on last year. I was very happy with it. There are a few little mistakes that cost us marks, but I was on the whole very pleased with it. His cross country yesterday, after his little silly moment getting in the start box, genuinely was perfect. He flew around a course that caused so many issues. It had, I think I've said, but it had a 58% clear rate. And he popped round it and he came home inside the time despite our slow start, so he was amazing. And then today is a little bit more bittersweet. On the whole, I'm really pleased. We've had our second top 10 position in a row at the Champions Cup, and that just speaks to how incredibly consistent he is. 7th last year, 10th this year. How special. But of course, there's that tiny, tiny teensy bit of me that will always go, oh, what could have been? Because the winner in the end came into today in 9th place, which means if I had gone clear, ... you fill in the rest. I won't say it out loud. Obviously there's always a lot of what ifs, and I don't like going, oh, if only this hadn't happened, I would have placed here, I would have placed here, because it did happen. And the show jumping track was really tough. It had a 30% clear rate, so very, very low. And I didn't deserve the clear. That's my honest, like, from the way I rode, my honest opinion. If I didn't deserve the clear, I was probably closer to having 2 bowls down with the other one that like bounced in its cups at the end than I was to going clear. And if I had gone clear, I wouldn't have earned it, so that is okay. It's always hard jumping on the last day, and although he didn't really feel tired, he also didn't kind of go up a gear in the show jumping arena like he normally does, but he jumped amazingly. We just had an unfortunate blip, and the pole, in my opinion, is because we stumbled coming into the triple and we didn't have the impulsion to then make the long distances. But another year, another stay away. I absolutely love the stay away shows. I had so much fun. I love the Pony Club Championships, and I won't waffle anymore. I shall say thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we have one more stay away show this season, so look out for that because it won't be that far away. But for now, that's all. See ya. Bye. Who brings a boiled